In a stunning display of aerial dominance, the United States Air Force launched a massive and highly coordinated air raid, obliterating a heavily fortified enemy compound believed to be the operational heart of a militant insurgency. The strike, executed with surgical precision, has sent shockwaves through the international defense community and sparked intense speculation about its broader geopolitical implications. The operation, which utilized a fleet of advanced stealth aircraft including B-2 Spirit bombers, F-22 Raptors, and MQ-9 Reaper Drive 1s, delivered a devastating payload of precision-guided munitions with chilling accuracy. The airstrike, codenamed Iron Tempest, had been in classified development for over 6 months and involved collaboration between U.S. Central Command, Special Operations Command, and NATO intelligence assets. Experts say the operation showcased a level of inter-branch coordination and real-time data sharing that reflects the cutting-edge evolution of modern warfare. Pentagon officials confirmed that the primary target was a command and control hub deeply embedded in rugged terrain, surrounded by natural defenses and reinforced structures. The site reportedly housed high-ranking enemy commanders, advanced weapons depots, encrypted communication arrays, and a strategic operations center. Pre-strike satellite imagery revealed a complex labyrinth of bunkers and tunnels, but post-strike surveillance shows nothing but scorched earth, twisted steel, and a blackened crater where the heart of the insurgency once beat. This was not a warning shot. This was a deliberate, targeted strike aimed at decapitating the leadership and operational capability of a group responsible for untold bloodshed, stated a senior defense official during an intense press conference at the Pentagon. Our forces executed with flawless precision. We neutralized multiple high-value targets, disrupted ongoing operations, and sent a clear message. We know where you are, and we have the means to reach you, no matter how far, no matter how hidden. Beneath the ghostly silhouette of the B-2 Spirit Street Elf bomber, ground crews moved with practiced urgency, their actions a blend of mechanical precision and silent intensity. The bomb bay doors yawned open like the jaws of a predator, revealing the cavernous interior where a lethal cargo awaited installation. Each Joint Direct Attack munition, JDAM, was carefully loaded, its guidance systems calibrated and cross-checked against mission parameters. Ground crews in flame-resistant suits secured AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles and GBU-39 small-diameter bombs to the underwings with mechanical arms and torque-calibrated tools. The weapons glistened, freshly inspected and lethal. Nearby, avionics technicians ran final diagnostics through the Raptor's onboard systems, watching digital readouts flicker and stabilize on their ruggedized tablets. Every screw, seal, and software patch was double verified. There was no room for error. These machines would soon become the sharp edge of an invisible blade. Supervising officers moved among the crews, checking status reports, inspecting munitions, and signing off on readiness forms. The tension was unmistakable. This was a zero-hour moment. Every crew member, from senior NCOs to first-year mechanics, understood the gravity of what they were arming these aircraft to do. They weren't just loading bombs, they were loading history. In the dim red light of the loading zone, the faces of the crews were hard to read, focused, determined, and disciplined. Each movement was part of a rehearsed dance, refined through countless drills. The sweat on their brows and the set of their jaws said everything. Their work would decide the fate of enemies thousands of miles away. According to officials, the airstrike was greenlit following the interception of highly classified enemy communications. Intelligence sources had picked up chatter indicating preparations for a major coordinated assault against American and Allied forces. Within hours, emergency briefings were convened at the White House, culminating in a high-level directive from the president himself to eliminate the threat before it could manifest. "We took decisive action to prevent a catastrophe," a White House spokesperson said. This was a preemptive strike, grounded in credible intelligence and legal authority. Drone reconnaissance captured harrowing high-definition footage of the strike as it unfolded. From a bird's-eye view, dozens of precision bombs rained down on predetermined targets, each one detonating with massive force. Secondary explosions erupted across the compound, confirming the presence of ammunition, stockpiles, and chemical accelerants. Analysts later confirmed that the compound's defensive structures, including underground bunkers, were completely compromised and collapsed in on themselves under the bombardment. Military strategists and retired generals have lauded the mission as a groundbreaking achievement in tactical air superiority. In terms of execution, timing, and impact, this ranks among the most successful single-night air operations in the last 20 years, said retired general during an exclusive interview. Not only did it achieve complete air supremacy, but it also showcased the unmatched capability of U.S. intelligence and surveillance networks to identify and eliminate threats with extreme prejudice. At the classified operations center from which the mission was coordinated, tension turned into applause as confirmation rolled in. Every primary objective had been neutralized, and no Allied forces had been harmed. Screens displayed live feeds from reconnaissance drones circling the smoldering remains of the compound. Mission commanders congratulated pilots, analysts, and ground support teams in what was described as an emotional moment of vindication and triumph. One pilot, who flew an F-22 during the mission and agreed to speak anonymously, described the operation as an experience unlike anything I've ever faced in my career. He added, "We knew the importance of this mission. Every single bomb we dropped had a name on it. Every maneuver we made was planned down to the millisecond. There was no room for error, and we delivered." For now, the battlefield lies eerily silent. The skies have cleared, and reconnaissance teams report nothing but ashes and silence where once stood a thriving center of insurgent power. The enemy's leadership structure is shattered, their weapons stores obliterated, and their communications darkened. In just a few hours, the United States reasserted its dominance with unmatched precision and devastating effect. Allied leaders across Europe, the Middle East, and Asia have praised the United States for its swift and decisive action. NATO commanders have hailed the mission as a critical victory in the ongoing war against asymmetric threats. This kind of tactical brilliance sends a clear message to those who would challenge international order. It tells our enemies that hiding in the shadows is no longer a viable strategy.